Yeah. Okay. We start sitting up cross-legged. And you'll just begin by wiggling left and right a little bit like you're at the beach. You got to stick your hips in the sand. So we're at a stable foundation. We can push knees down a little bit. There's a little wiggle room. And then we bring the chin up. So while pushing knees down, you bring chin up. You find that length and shoulders go back. Bigger, deeper breath while you go forward and back now. And you'll feel your tailbone lift up and down, your pelvis lift up and down. We want to try to minimize that as much as possible. When you squeeze lower belly muscle, it will keep the pelvis down. It's going to minimize your movement, so you won't be able to go as far. The knees won't lift up when you go back, and the pelvis won't lift up when you go forward. Everything gets locked in real tight. So in this way, the Pilates practice emphasizes shorter movements. Think about the idea that when you flex a muscle, you're shortening the muscle span, and when you stretch it, you're lengthening it. So we want to make tighter, stronger muscles, shorter movements, and then also focus on the length. So we'll go through one step at a time. We'll do left and right movements now, left and right, without moving the knees, without moving the pelvis. It's going to take a lot of control with your breath to not get all purple in the face. The jaw is going to constantly get tighter, and you're going to constantly release it. The shoulders constantly lift up, so you constantly drop them down. And then in the center, we're going to lift hands in the air. Bring the hands together. Bend the elbows a little bit so you can move the shoulders back. And then lift the chin, look at the hands, lean to the right and hold it. Don't let your hips lift, don't let your knees lift. And then we'll just use the right hand to come down, support ourselves. Twist to the left, open up real big so you've got the length. So the left arm's all the way high, squeeze the belly and then shorten it. Left hand to right hand. Squeeze left hand to right hand. Inhale, open, length. Exhale, close, shorten. And so while you just keep on doing this movement now, it's robotic at this point, open and close, most of your awareness goes to the right side belly. The right obliques, the lower belly muscle under the navel. And whatever you're doing with your hands, whatever you're doing with your shoulders, that's up to you. You could visualize that you've got 20-pound dumbbell in your left hand and you got to lift it, it's real heavy, and then you got to control its drop, it's real heavy, and that would make the strain in your muscles harder. But you could also just kind of have like a soft, feathery left hand and waft it around to make it easier. We're going to do one more like this. And then come back up in the center, both hands together, inhale, lift. Over to the left, but don't fall. Shoulders relaxed, jaws relaxed. You've got a clear mind so that when you put left hand down, reach the right hand higher. You can exhale, bring it down low, and then bring it back up. Down and up. So you don't want to think about the movement much. You do it once or twice, and you put it on autopilot. That way, you can really spend your time dialing in. How do I want to contract my muscles? What do I want to be doing with my core? How do I want to be breathing? What's happening in my fingers and my toes and my jaw and my breath? Last one now. Both hands are high. Inhale, lift back in the center. Drop your shoulders. Big breath. Now we go forward. Don't fall. Keep those hips down. Whenever you get to the bottom, before the pelvis lifts up, bring the hands behind the back. Lift the chin all the way high. Lift the chin. Pull back. Don't lift your knees up. So now with hands behind the back, we're going to go forward without lifting tailbone, and we're going to go back without lifting knees. It's mostly low belly. Exhale forward. Inhale back. We want to really control the movement. In the Pilates practice, there's really just one way to do it. There's no nuance. There's no middle ground. We're going to be blending that with yoga. So now as you bring hands in front and you exhale deeply, fold all the way over, you can soften all your muscles. Because in yoga, you don't want to stretch tight muscles. In yoga, you want to soften your muscles. Relax your body. Let your stress out. In yoga, we're not trying to get stronger like we are in Pilates. In yoga, we're looking to make peace. We want to have our cake and eat it too. We want to get stronger and be comfortable and be at ease. So as we inhale, come up, kick the right leg out. You got a long right leg. You'll look at your right toes. You lift up the chin. You're going to reach both hands for your toes. Tuck your chin down, chest towards the knee. Round your back. Exhale deeply. And then without your hands now, you're going to inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Use the low belly. Up and down. One more time, we go down and then up. And then sit up tall and let's do the leg. So pull your heel up and then lift the heel up. Squeeze the low belly. It doesn't have to go very high. Up and down. It's just a reverse. Now you're using your quadricep, your hip flexor. The shoulders drop. The jowl relaxes. Last one here. And then we'll lean to the left. Bend that right knee. Pull the heel back. And we can just sit like this. Bigger, deeper breath. Exhale out the stress of it. Now lean over to your left. We're going to swing the right leg all the way out and on top of the left knee. So think of this like pigeon pose. You're going to go forward and back a little bit. It's okay if it's on the floor. We go forward and back. We want to find the pressure in the right hip crease. Now start to initiate some of that Pilates extremism, where you squeeze lower belly, lift the chin, drop the shoulders, control your movements, isolate muscles, contract them, expand them. We're looking for pinpoint accuracy. Last one. We'll come up and just pull that right foot down. You're in bound angle shape. Bound angle would take hands about chest height. Scoot your hips around just like we started. You're stable. That way when you fold over, tuck your chin down, squeeze the belly. You can just find that deepest place and then drop your hands and rest. Bigger breath. You might need to flap your knees a little bit or move your chest up and down a little bit until you're stable. Last one here. And then we sit up tall, kick the left leg out. So now you got your long left leg. You turn to look at your left toes. Turn your shoulders. It's both hands that reach for that foot. Tuck the chin down, squeeze the belly. Now we're going to lift up and down with the upper body. So long leg, pull your toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Last one like this, and then we're going to do the lower leg. So we come up, hold tight, lift the heel up, drop it down. Lift it up, drop it down. Now, drop shoulders, lift chin, relax jaw. Last one, and then we'll get it over and across the folded knee. Forward and back, bigger breath. Find that spot to apply pressure to. We're going to inhale, come up a bit. Exhale, go down a bit. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up and down. 2 more like this. And then we sit up tall and we're going to flip this left leg back completely behind us. Just wiggle around, apply the pressure, relax the shoulders. Oh. Now this left leg's gonna flip again. This time we're gonna cradle in our arms. So lean to your right, kick it out, pull the left leg up. And so if you can kind of get it up high, we'll sit up tall, pull the shoulders in, and then we're gonna let go of the leg, and it's gonna drop, but you wanna try to control how far it drops. So as you hold it up now, it's in as close as you can go, you kick it away, pull the toes, push the heel, and then pull it back in, kick it away, pull it in. Exhale, inhale. Two more. And then we're going to switch through boat. So we come up, put the left down, pull the right in. Bring it to the highest spot that you can't hold without your arms, so that when you drop it, it drops away. Now kick, pull the toes, push the heel, pull it in. Exhale, inhale. Try to lock the knee when you go out. Lift the shoulder, drop the shoulders, lift the chin. Last one. Kick it, drop, relax. Both feet are long. We lift up the chin, relax the shoulders back, and with a tall, straight spine, we're going to go forward and back over these two long legs. So you squeeze the belly full, inhale, lift. Exhale, down, inhale, up, down, and up. Now this same mechanism where you're bringing belly closer to the thighs, we're going to find this, but with the legs lifting. So as you sit up tall, hands outside the hips, make your long legs, pull the heels up, and then just the right leg's going to come up, and then just the right leg goes down. Left leg up, left leg down. So neither of the heels touch. And then we're just lifting one at a time, and they don't have to go far. Remember, short movements are good for Pilates. Even if you're strong enough to do more, a short movement will really tighten up the muscles, help you tone what you're looking for. So we want to control everything, including the breath, including the stress, including the movement. Now last one's like this. So it's right, and then left, and then you'll drop down, relax the feet, fold over, exhale deeply. And then we'll sit up tall and do the same thing, but this time with both legs. It's harder this time. So if you need to sit back further to help you, let's do both heels. And then exhale, push, lift the heels up, drop them down. Lift the heels up, drop them down. Now, if you want this to be harder, you'll fold forward more. Bringing your hands closer to your feet more. Exhale, push. Last one. And then you can rest, shake loose, big breath. And then as you sit back, we're going to find our boat pose. So you've got both legs long, heels up in the air. Relax your shoulders. And you can use hands to help you. You can use your hands for support. We're doing our bicycle kicks. So it's left leg long. Pull your toes, point your heel, and then the other knee's got to come in. That's the key. We're going to switch. One leg is long, the other knee pulls in, and then we keep it going. Exhale, push. Exhale, push. No hands makes it harder. Leaning back makes it easier. Either way, you're really kicking and pulling. That knee coming in is going to be the key for you. Almost there. Last ones. And then we can rest. Shake loose. Big breath. Let the stress go. And we're going to lower down to our backs. Find your stability. Make sure you're feeling good about your heels, your hips, your shoulders, your head. You're going to point fingers at the ceiling, Pull the shoulders back to the floor. Tuck the chin to the chest and squeeze the low belly. This is your checkpoint. It's like you're doing a sit-up, but we're not really doing sit-ups. Now just imagine that you're holding on to ropes here. You want to lift an inch and then lower back to this spot. So it's an inch up, an inch down, an inch up, an inch down. And that's it. The less you use your arms, the better. I would exhale, lift, inhale, drop. That way we're always getting rid of the harder part. Exhaling the stress out. Last one's like this. And then we'll rest, flat on the back, relax the neck and shoulders. Now as you bring flat feet, you're gonna set them up like a low squat. So it's wide, flat feet, pigeoned outwards. Toes are a little bit wider than the heels. That way now as you come back to that checkpoint, tuck your chin to your chest, bring your hands in between your knees. You're gonna just do that 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Use your toes to really grab the mat. Exhales to lift as forcefully as you need. And just while you're doing this mechanical movement, do your best to relax your neck, and your shoulders, and your jaw, even though they're gonna keep tightening up. Last one, we're gonna go up and down, and then rest, let your legs out. We're gonna roll over to the right side. And let's come onto the right elbow. So we've got a long right leg, and that's what we're gonna focus on. Make sure the shoulder and the neck feel good about it. You're gonna put left foot in front. We're gonna use that left foot so that we can lift the right, drop the right. Lift the right, drop the right. We're looking for inner thigh. Find your stability, relax your shoulder away from the neck, and lift that right foot, drop the right foot. No need to go higher than what feels okay. Last one like this. And then you can drop that right leg and just put the legs out. You'll stay on the right. Just rest. Big breath. You know, from here we can play around with side plank. And side plank can be done from your elbow or from your hand, depending on how you feel about it. Either way, that space between the shoulder and the ear is going to stay open. And then let's all start with left foot to help us get the hip off the floor. In the same way now, we're going to drop the hip down, lift the hip up. Drop it down, lift it up, and watch that shoulder impacting into the neck. Drop the hip, lift the hip. 2 more. And then when you drop it down, we'll just switch sides. So if you want to roll over or flip on your mat, whatever's best. You're on your left side now. We're going to start with that left leg lift first. So it's right foot that comes in front. You're stable on your left foot. Shoulder and neck feel safe. And then we lift left leg, drop left leg. Look for the inner thigh muscle on the left. That's what we want to target. Last one here. You'll rest, shake loose, big breath. Elbow or hand, either way for your side plank is safe as long as the shoulder and neck feel good. If you'd like to come off your right foot instead of using it for support, you can place it on top of your left. You'll drop the hip down and bring it back up. Exhale it down and lift it back up. Just keep going. Keep pushing through that bottom hand. It's really going to support you. Use your fingertips to squeeze. And let's do last one. And then drop. Let the legs out in front of us. Shake the legs loose, the arms, the neck, the shoulder. Now as you put left foot flat, you're going to bring that foot close to the body. We're going to use hands to help us push. Now we're going to lift right leg up. So pull the toes, lift the heel, lift it up, drop it down. Lift it up, drop it down. And then this robotic movement, we're going to add in the pushing through the hands. So as you exhale, push the hands, the hips lift up. We lift the leg. And we drop down, exhale, push, lift, and down. Now, as we're doing this robotic movement, focus on pushing through the left foot. Exhale, push through the left foot. Push through the left foot. Squeeze the low belly. Keep yourself as close to your front knee as you can. Pull your toes as tight as you can. Last one. And then release. Shake loose. Big breath. You're on the right foot. Pull it in close. Use your hands for support. We start by just lifting the left leg. Pull the toes, push the heel up and down. And then we combine this with an exhale, push through the arms. Focus on the right foot, specifically the right big toe, like a claw reaching into the ground. Shoulders drop, chin lifts, breath moves. Last one, relax, release. Shake loose, let go. We're going to lower down to the back with control. So heavy heels, long arms, tuck the chin, nice and slow. Find your balance. We're doing flat feet again. This time we're doing our twisted crunches. So we're doing hands behind the back of the head. And while we do this, I want you to focus on keeping those elbows back. So flat on the floor, the elbows are touching the floor. And that type of movement with the shoulder blades back by the spine, we got to keep that. As you sit up tall, twist to your left, and bring your left knee high. So bring that left knee up and stay there. Now keep the left leg there while you put your head back on the floor. And try to keep those shoulder blades back as you do it again. Not touching your knee would be perfectly normal. Exhale, twist, and come up. Keeping the shoulder blades back is going to force you to really work on those inner core muscles that we want. Rounding the right shoulder and reaching that right elbow forward is going to just give you the outside core muscles. You'll get a nice six-pack, but you won't have your internal strength. Last one like this, you go up and stay up and put your hands outside your knee. Outside the knee, we're going to lift the arms up and drop the arms down. Keep your head in that check point. So we keep checked, chin to the chest, shoulders stay off the floor, and we just go up and down with the arms like this. And then we drop the hands down last time, kick both legs out into hollow body and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Big belly breaths to help you release the muscles. Now let's bring the flat feet again. Hands behind the head. Keep the shoulder blades back together. Bring the right knee in the air. Exhale, twist, and come up. And drop down. Twist, and come back. Do your best to bring that left elbow back. Twist the right elbow down to the floor. You could imagine as if there was like a broom handle weaved throughout your elbows, behind the back of the head, forcing you to keep the elbows back. Last one here, and then we stay up, extend the arms outside the knee, stay in your checkpoint, lift the arms, drop the arms. Lift the arms, drop the arms. Now drop the arms, extend the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. With heavy heels, fingers point the ceiling. Pull the shoulder blades down, tuck the chin, and then sit up tall. Fold over, touch the toes, come back. Lower down with control, heavy heels, lift right back up. And just use as little momentum as possible. Try not to swing the arms. Try to keep the heels heavy. The toes pull towards you to help push the heels down. And this time we're going to go up and stay up, so that once we get here, we can bring the left foot flat. And then we can push the hands down, lift that leg up just like we practiced, and step the right foot flat. And then get into forward fold. So that from our forward fold, we can do our closed-legged squat. So we lift toes, bend knees. It's kind of like your belly's resting on your thighs. Hands out in front, look forward, drop your hips, squat to the floor. Let the legs out, lower down with control. So now this time, nice and smooth. When we sit up tall, left foot's gonna go flat. Sit up, left foot flat. Exhale, push onto your feet. Forward fold, squat to the floor. Now let's switch legs. Down flat, so that when we sit up, right foot's flat. Exhale, push. Left leg comes in, squat to the floor. Extend. Come up and left foot goes flat. Forward fold, closed-legged squat, down to the floor. Sit up tall, right foot's flat. Squat, back to the floor. Last time, left foot, squat, and now right foot. We'll go into our forward fold and stay there. Take your bigger breath and shake out the neck. Now just our hip flosses. So from here, we go back to our squat, but not to the floor. So lift the toes, drop the hips, squat, back to forward fold. Squat, back to forward fold. Let your breath out when it's stressful. Two more of these. And then we'll stand up tall. Shake out the arms and shake out the legs. Twist a little left and right. Soften up the low back. So with your wide feet, if you want to face the right, we're going to go wide on the mats. Toes are pigeoned outwards a bit. The knees turn out a bit. You're going to find lower belly, lift up the chin. This is a forward fold over these legs. So when you fold, you're just creasing at the hips, heavy on the feet. Fold and look through the legs. And if you put your hands down, reach maybe towards the toes or towards the floor, whatever you touch. You can start to walk your hands through the legs and find how deep of a fold you'll get. That way now, as you push through your feet, squeeze your toes, you'll lift up tall, squeeze the belly, come up tall, hands high. Little back bend, just a little back bend, and then we exhale, fold right back over. Exhale, fold at the hips. And then you inhale, come back up. And we'll just use as little momentum as possible with the hands, even though they're moving. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. You'll find your inner thigh muscles, the same ones we were using before, your calves, your feet. Two more of these. And our last one will finish as we go up. You'll keep your feet wide. We could do hands on the hips and just sort of relax, maybe even soften the knees a little bit. We're going to go side lunge to side lunge. So one step at a time. The left toes, they're going to pop out a little to the left. And that allows you to bend the left knee. And you're going to squat in that left hip. But while we do that, we got to pull the right toes off the floor. And then you can stay forward in front of you and squat to the depth that you feel safe about with that left hip. The higher the toes go, the more space you'll have. And then we just switch. So we come up, that right foot goes flat, the left toes come up, you bend in the right knee, and then we're going to inhale up and exhale squat. And we're going to use as little momentum from the arms as we can manage. Exhale down, inhale up. Keep it moving. They don't have to be the deepest squats. You've got that length in the inner thighs from the long leg. You've got the depth into your quad, the right hip flexor. Find your low belly muscle to support the low back. Last ones here, you're going to do one more each side. And then from the top, we'll just bring our feet underneath of us. Shake it loose. Twist a little. Support the low back. Bigger breath. And if you face the front of the mat again, you'll get your feet underneath you. We'll do hands high. And then we're going to exhale, fold. Lift up and fold down. Now, this is the simplest movement, but I want you to slow down the momentum. Use your legs, use your belly, use your glutes, so that you're actively lifting and actively dropping. Slow down the movement. Find the muscles that you're using to move. The low belly supports the low back. The legs support the low back. And the toes are gripping everything. This is our last one here. You'll fold and then squat to the floor. Let your legs out. Relax your shoulders. Take a bigger breath. And we're going to lower down to the back with control. We're going to bring our feet into bridge pose. Flat feet. Tuck your chin down to your chest and elongate the back of the neck while you lift the hips up. Maybe even bring the feet closer if it feels appropriate. You're going to find your best bridge pose where you can push from your feet to your shoulders, squeeze the thighs and the glutes, and then you're going to thrust 2 inches up and then drop 2 inches down. So you exhale 2 inches up, come 2 inches down. It's the glutes that do most of the work. Everything tightens when you lift and softens when you drop. It's a small movement. We're going to stay off the floor the whole time. We're just setting the base. We got 2 more sets of bridge after this. If your low back is getting tired, squeeze your glutes a little bit more. Pull your low belly in a little bit tighter. Last ones, and then we'll come down and rest. And if you want to bring knees into the hands, that might feel good. Back into bridge pose. Flat feet, lift up, push into your shoulders. Now just on the right leg, you're gonna bring left foot in the air. Pull the left toes high. We're doing scissor drops. So the left heel drops down to the floor, but it's not gonna touch the floor. And then we lift it back up and put it back down. The left leg's robotic now. Focus on your right thigh. Exhale out the harder part. Keep the tension going. Find the length in your muscles. Relax the jaw, relax the breath. There's 2 more of these, and then we're gonna switch sides without touching the floor. So left foot's down, right leg's up, and then we pump. Find the length in your right leg. That's gonna tone the muscles the way you're looking for. Find the strength in the left leg. That's gonna strengthen you. Last ones, and then you'll rest, shake loose, bigger breath. This is our last set in bridge. Flat feet, lift up. When your shoulder skin's nice and tight, you'll bring your left leg in the air again. But this time we're gonna bend the left knee to make the shin parallel to the floor, and we're doing our hip thrusts. Up 2, down 2. Up, down. Just the right thigh, the right glutes. Last one, you'll switch without touching. Last one, and then we're done with bridge. Let your legs out, shake them loose. We're gonna sit up tall, nice and easy. Fold over the legs around the back. Just rest here for a moment. You'll do both hands on the right side. Look to the right, twist to the right. Bigger, deeper breath. Both hands on the left side, exhale, twist. Last one here. And we unwind and shake loose, big breath. Now we want to get flat onto the feet again. We're going to use boat pose. So we sit back, lift the heels up. When you put both feet flat, you'll exhale, push through the hands, forward fold. We'll go back to plank. Use your hands, step back to plank. And just kind of shift forward and back a little bit here. Push those heels back, elongate the calves, and then focus on the shoulders and squeeze the belly. So in a nice strong plank pose, we turn to down dog. Exhale, down dog. Reset the feet, stretch the calves, maybe a little left and right twisting if it feels good. We're going to transition between down dog and plank, and I'd like you to exhale your way to plank. So it's exhale plank, inhale down dog. And you'll keep your hands and feet solid now. Exhale plank, inhale down dog. You just keep it going like this. This becomes robotic. That way now we can start to tap knees on elbows. That means exhale, left knee, left elbow, back to down dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, back. And then we cross the body. So left to right, and then right to left. And we'll do 2 more sets like this. So it's same side, and then cross the body, cross the body. Last set. And then when you come down to your knees, you'll just get to the tops of the feet, sit back on the heels. Bigger, deeper breath, relax your shoulders. And then folding over your thighs now, you're in child's pose. Extend your arms out long. And we want to try to keep this tight compression between the calves and the thighs and the belly while we're in beast pose. That means we tuck our toes under, lift the knees up, and try to keep that compression between calves and thighs and belly. And then we're going to do beast pose to plank. So it's exhale, plank. And if you need to reposition your feet or your hands, now we're going to inhale back to beast. Exhale to plank. Beast, plank. Keep it going. This becomes robotic. And then just one set, because I know we're tired, we're going to tap our knees. So we do left, left, right, right, cross the body each time. Back to beast in between. And then we'll step both feet in the hands, squat to the floor, let the legs out in front of you. Big breath. Now we do boat pose back to hollow body. So as you find your balance in boat, you point your fingers at your feet, you tuck your chin to your chest and kick your feet away. Your head's still in that checkpoint, and we're going to come back to boat. Inhale up, exhale hollow body. Inhale up, exhale hollow body. Keep it going. Two more. And then we can lie flat on the back. Rest, release, relax, let go. One step at a time, we're going to go into plow pose. I like to start with flat feet like you're in bridge. And you'll really focus on putting the back of the head down, tucking the chin down to your chest, and no longer looking at me. You're going to focus on the back of your head, the back of your neck, because that's your foundation now. So as you push your hands in the floor and tuck your knees into your chest, you'll kick your heels high, bring your hips off the floor, and move your knees towards your forehead. So no more looking at me. Keep your chin to your chest. Bigger, deeper breath. You're doing great. Wiggle around and find something that feels somewhat natural to you like this. This is a forward fold. You're just upside down. And then as you bring your hands to your low back, you're going to support yourself for shoulder stand. So hands could be on the pelvis, but the higher your hands climb on your back, the stronger you'll feel. So shoulder stand, legs long, and then we just fold at the hips back to plow. And then we lift back to shoulder stand. And whichever of these movements is more difficult for you, that should be your exhale. This is our last one here. From shoulder stand to plow, and then it's with control, nice and slow. Back to your back, nice and easy. One vertebrae at a time, lower your legs, control your movement. And as soon as you get your legs long, you sit up tall. Big deep breath. We're going to combine that plow to sit up tall movement. So we come back in a boat, but this time with long legs. They might not go very high, and then we're just going to practice dropping the heels down and lifting them up. Hands, no hands. Drop the heels down, lift them back up. So what we do is we find this movement, back to plow. So one step at a time with me. Let's go back to plow, tuck your chin, lift your hips. And then as you come back to sit up, you're in boat pose, sit up, hold it, catch it, and then drop the heels, lift the heels, back to plow. Roll up into boat, hold your balance, that's the hard part. Drop the heels, lift the heels, back to plow. Come back up to boat, catch it, pump, roll. Boat, pump, roll. Last one. We'll go back to boat and then onto the feet. So catch your feet flat. Come up and push. And shake loose. Find your balance. Bigger breath. We're balancing on the left foot. Nice and easy, we're going to step to high lunge. So you don't have to be very high off the floor. You can be as high as you want to. The right foot's going back to high lunge. So that from here you can really get on your left leg, your left thigh, your left foot. So much so that you could even tap your toes back there. You're not really using them. Because we're just going to go from here back to standing balance. And then slowly back and forward. So that all of this becomes about the left leg, the left foot, the left thigh, holding strong. Inhale, exhale. The less momentum you use, the harder it will be. Two more of these. And then we'll just drop the right foot and shake it loose, relax the left. Bigger breath. Catch balance on your right. Focus your eyes. The left toes don't have to come high. This is about the right leg, not about the left. As you reach back, you'll catch, establish your foundation, lift up, kick back. Lift up, kick back. Last one here. Lift up, drop down, shake loose, bigger breath. We squat to the floor. Let your legs out. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. We're going to go over to our right side. You'll use your right elbow, right hip, left leg straight on top of the right one. And we're going to lift the right leg up. And you're looking for the parallel place. So it's not high, it's not low, it's parallel to the floor. This is the bottom spot. You're not going to drop below this. And then we lift up and drop down. Lift up and drop down. You find your belly. Which muscles in your core you're going to use. Make sure you're not collapsing into your shoulder and your neck. Exhale the harder part out. Now we're going to keep this going. It's robotic movement, but the toes turn up to the ceiling. And now the toes turn down. Toes turn down. Last one, and then we'll rest. Come down to your hand and relax your body. Relax your hip, your glutes, your thighs, whatever's feeling uncomfortable. We're going to bend both the knees, so now it's like we're lying in bed. Shins along the length of your mat. So you've got this parallel with the shins in the mat. And like this, you're going to find that same parallel spot. So the knee, the heel, We don't drop below this spot, we lift up, drop down. The hip opens when you do this. We inhale and exhale. Last one, and then we can rest, shake loose. We're going to switch sides, however you like to do that. Give yourself another moment to just set up, nice and easy. Straight legs first. The neck and the shoulder is important. You find the place where the right leg is parallel. You can even push that heel, pull the toe. Start to pump, inhale, lift, exhale, drop, not below the parallel spot. Last one, and then we're going to turn the toes up. Keep it going. Now turn the toes down, keep it going. Last one, and then rest. Put your head on your hand and really relax. Bigger breath, feel free to massage the muscles if need be. We bend both the knees. Get the shins to run parallel to the length of the mat, so they're away from the hips. And then we find that parallel spot with the top leg. The heel and the knee are parallel with the floor. And then we inhale open like clamshells, and then down, open, and don't drop below that parallel spot. Two more now. And then we can rest, and we'll go onto your belly. So as you reposition onto your belly, long legs, you can rest your chin on your hands. Shake out the hips, relax the muscles, bigger breath. You're going to bend your right knee. And imagine as if you've got a plate of food on your foot. Like you got to keep it balanced. So the heel's got to push, the toes got to pull. And then same way, we got to lift the knee off the floor without spilling that plate of food. And then we come down and up at the knee. Now as you push, you'll find the right hamstring is compressing. You're strengthening your hamstring and you're using your glutes to lift. The left leg pushes down. And you're trying to push the ceiling away with the right foot. Last one, and then you'll rest, relax, release. Let's do the left leg. Bend the left knee, make sure that foot's flat. And then start to pump it up and down. Last one, we go up and down, and then we rest. Shake it loose, bigger breath. We'll keep the chin on the hands. Keep the elbows down flat. You're going to roll onto your right side. So the left knee comes in the air. Lift the left knee high and bend it as deep as it goes. And then lift it higher and bend it deeper. Lift it higher, bend it deeper. And then we're going to move this into half frog shape. So the left knee wants to touch left elbow. Left knee up by left elbow, half frog shape. You'll reposition and squeeze the lower belly so the navel lifts off the floor. And while we do this transition, we're not going to let the knee touch the floor. So now let's inhale, rotate back open. And then when we come close, let's keep the knee off the floor, squeeze the belly, lift it high. Squeeze it in. Lift it high. Squeeze it in. So you're actually lifting the knee and not just rotating. Two more of these. And then you'll rest. Shake it loose. Bigger breath. Let's do the other side. Rotate on the left. Bring the right knee up. Bend it, lift it, bend it, lift it, bend it. Now, since you know what you're doing, we don't need to rest in half frog the first time, so we'll just squeeze it in, lift the navel, kick it high. Squeeze it in, kick it high. Exhale the harder part out. Last one, and then you'll rest. Bigger breath. On the tops of your feet, we're going to do hands outside the chest and just do a nice gentle cobra. Relax the shoulders, wiggle around, find your breath, relax the neck. Soften up your belly. Nice and easy, back to tabletop. Child's pose, sit back on the heels. Relax the lower back here. Child's pose turns into beast pose. All we do is tuck the toes. Push through the hands so the knees lift. And then look at your hands. We're going to go there. So as you extend to plank, you also step. Fold, squat to the floor. You're in your cross-legged seat. We'll just recenter, relax the shoulders, relax the neck, take bigger breath. Let your body settle for a moment. We're all done. Relax the jaw. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat. Just let everything settle. I'll offer you the idea that you've done enough for today. You've done enough work for today. The rest of your day could be soft and gentle. You could be on vacation the rest of the day and not feel bad about it. Thank you guys for coming today.